Hey everyone, it's Melody with Design by Melody. Welcome back to another process video. This is video number 6 for November, and it is the 73rd layout that I have done a process video for this year. So I am doing another one. This is very similar to the last when I did, and I just realized I made a huge mistake. So what I did is I wanted to leave that white border there along the edge, and so I trimmed off just a small piece on the opposite side of that polka dot paper, and it wasn't exactly a 12 by 12 anyways when I started, so it wasn't really a big deal. And then I'm just matting it on a piece of white cardstock. That way I'll have that other border on the other side that's slightly larger. And I'm going to kind of highlight those white borders by adding a bit of stitching here with a template that I have, and then also with some teal, not ribbon, thread to kind of match that one card that you see with the diamonds on it. Now, since this was the 4th of July, I wanted to use this card that's numbered 1 through 9 that has the 4 in the red because it was a 4th of July festival that we were at, and it just seemed fitting to have the red 4 on there. This is a picture of Ernest and I. We have a lot of selfie shots that we do, but we don't really have a lot of actual pictures that are taken by other people. So my friend actually took this picture, and I love it. It's just, it's just us. We're just kind of chilling. We're hanging out. We're enjoying our time together. And our son is just having a great time running around, and, it was just really nice. I'm cutting up a couple of these 4x6 cards to create some layers, and I like to use if it's going to be covered up, I really like to trim it off, that way I can keep it and use it again. These are LE Studio 4x6 cards, and they're a really nice thick quality, and even if I don't use those grid patterns for grid patterns, I will go back and use that just to make my own embellishments, because it's a really nice cardstock and I really don't want to waste any of it. This is where I'm deciding, okay, I'm going to go ahead and add my stitching. And as I mentioned before, I've been separating my threads just so it's 3-ply instead of 6-ply. It just makes it easier to stitch with, and it makes it a little bit more delicate looking. It's definitely still thick enough to be noticeable, but it just makes it a little bit easier to stitch with and not so heavy on your layout. So what I'm going to do is I'm alternating between diamond shapes and crisscross shapes. And I knew I wanted to put this date label here, so I left that kind of a blank space. And I cut a little square. It's like I believe it's a little bit, it's probably like 3/8 of an inch by 3/8 of an inch. And I'm using that as my little template here, and I just keep turning it. I'm either creating a diamond shape or I'm punching holes around the edges to make it a crisscross shape. It's just really simple. But I like the kind of the element it adds to the page. It's just a different way to use stitching, and I will use a little bit of baker's twine here in a moment up at the top with some banner flags. So I'm adding another diamond, and then I'll go ahead and alternate to a crisscross, like an X, and then I'll do another diamond again on this side, and then I'm going to do the same type of thing up here on the left side of the layout as well. Creating this little square template was really obviously easy to do, and it made it really easy to make sure that my diamonds and my X pattern are all the same size. You could definitely freehand this. It's not complicated, but it just makes it easy for me to know that it's the same size. And then my little date tab sticks right in there, and I'm going to use some stickers from an Alpha sticker sheet. It's from an Echo Park paper collection where you get the 12 by 12 sticker sheets, and it's the one that has the alphabets on there. It's a gray and black chevron print, and I'm just going to put 7/4/14. Now these photos were not actually taken on the 4th, and if you've watched a few of my videos when I've been scrapbooking these, you'll notice that on one of them I actually put the June date that it was. I believe it was like June 29th. This Freedom Festival was. It's always on the weekend, so if the 4th of July doesn't fall on the weekend, then it ends up being like the weekend before. Because it's at the YMCA. But I still put on the date tag, I still put July for 2014 because that's what we were celebrating, was the 4th of July. There are certain holidays that I really enjoy, not necessarily the holiday itself. I mean, obviously I love the holidays, but there's certain holidays that we do a lot of really fun things with family and friends, and I always look forward to those holidays. 4th of July is one of them. We always do like 2 or 3 different festivals. Thanksgiving, we always get together with my in-laws, which is really nice because we see them throughout the year, but it's the one holiday that we all get together. Christmas is really big with my family. Let's see. Christmas, Thanksgiving, 4th of July. Oh, and October. Just the whole month of October is a really big month for us. We have our anniversary. We have the state fair, which our family always gets together in the state fair. This year, 2015, we actually went on our beach trip, our family beach trip. There's just a lot of different things that we do in October. So there's certain times of year that I really enjoy, and 4th of July is one of those times. Now, I have this ginormous roll of baker's twine, and I have it in a couple colors, and I've actually been thinking about carrying it in my Etsy shop. It's going to be quite expensive to ship, though, because I believe it's like... Okay, now this is going to sound ridiculous but it's the first thing that came to my mind. I want to say it's like 5,000 yards. That can't be right. But that's the first thing that came to my mind. I'm going to have to look it up. And I was thinking about carrying it in my Etsy shop. It would probably be like $30, but it's still a lot cheaper if you think about how much you get versus getting like a small roll of it. So if that's something you guys might be interested in, let me know and I will, carry it in my shop. But yeah, side note there. I've been debating that here recently. It's something I've thought about, but I just haven't done. And that would be in my Pink Heart Studio shop. So just in case you guys don't know, so I have 2 Etsy shops. One is my Design by Melody one, which is where I have, like blankets I've quilted or different paper craft items that I sell. I sell recipe cards on there, a bunch of little things like that. And then I have an Etsy shop named Pink Heart Studios, and that's where I sell craft supplies. It kind of started out where I started buying things that I wanted, and then I would buy them in bulk because it was cheaper, and then I just sell what I don't use or the excess on my Etsy shop. So I just recently reopened it because I had closed it for a while. So if you're ever looking for anything, I'll try to mention when I have different things on there. But if you're ever looking for anything, take a look there because you never know, you might find something. So my title here, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. And I have these really large black alphas, and I like them. But they're almost too large to use on a layout with more than one photo. So I am using it on this one, and it really highlights the different parts of the layout that are darker. So it's just Love Us. You could take it like I Love Us or Love Us like From Us, whichever. I just liked it. It was Love Us. And then that black banner that's right there on the bottom of the photo says, My One True Love. And I realized that my letters aren't quite straight, and I want it to be a little bit more like stair step type of thing going down my layout just on the corners of the photo clusters. I apologize for my voice. I think I'm coming down with a cold. When we were out at a cookout at a friend's house, we were outside for quite some time, and with the fall weather, it was a little bit cool as the sun went down, and certain things bug my allergies, and there must have been something that was really bugging me. So I'm feeling the pain now. Hopefully it'll go away pretty quickly, but we'll see. I'm going to continue to push forward because I've used up all my vacation time at work. So I haven't used it up, but I have it allocated for the end of December. I have like a whole another week off at the end of December. So I don't want to use any extra time off. So anyways, that was really unnecessary to explain, but as you could tell, my brain is not at 100% at the moment. Just kind of flipping through my little embellishments here to see if there's anything I want to add. I'll pull out a few of these little gray cameras. I love these. I cut these apart from a Bella Boulevard paper, I believe. It was like paper strips on one side and had all these little cameras on the other side, and I cut them all apart. I've used them so much. I cut apart a full 12 by 12 sheet, I think, when I did it, and I have like maybe 5 or 6 cameras left. I'll definitely be using those up soon because I love them. They're just simple. They're not too bold. They're a nice size. They're a really good thing to add. And then I'm going to add some of my own little white homemade enamel dots that I made. And that's pretty much going to finish off the layout. I'll tell you about these little chipboard things. There was a triangle up at the top that I'm kind of using as an arrow, and then there's a one that says celebrate right under where the date is. So those I got at Hobby Lobby. It was, I think, 15 sheets of different chipboard elements, and I got it for either $3.99 or $4.99 on clearance. So I've been using them quite frequently here. So sorry, Kaylin was bringing his Spider-Man mask to me for, I think he wanted it on. But anyways, this completes the layout. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this video and subscribe so you can see the other videos that I'll be posting soon. All right, thanks guys. Bye.